Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a preview Let's Play for PowerWash Adventure, a game coming to the Steam store soon. And this game is not to be confused with PowerWash Simulator, so no, that's not the same game. I believe PowerWash Simulator is going to come to the MetaQuest store only. But this game is actually coming to the Steam store in early access soon. I don't know exactly the date. Today's September 28th. I received a free Steam key through the Steam Creator Connect program to preview this game. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. By the way, there is a store here. I've already bought the items though, so there's nothing really for me to go to the shop for. And there's some levels here from the main story. My understanding is that this is going to have 4 different game modes. And I believe it said 47 themes. If so, that's going to be a very good start to early access. But that was on the Steam store page description. So that's what I'm going by. Let's go ahead and let's paint. I really wanted to play the paint. And it says recommended equipment, and apparently I don't have that on. So let's go ahead and do I not have the right equipment? It wants me to have something else, I guess. Okay, so... Okay, so we got the right equipment now. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do the plane. I've chosen the piano or the plane, because I haven't done either of those. One thing I really like about this game is I did the arcade before I started recording. And as he cleaned up the arcade, the actual arcade machine lights up, and there's even like a little game of Pac-Man that shows. I thought that was really cool. The other kind of cool thing about this, what makes it different than Power Washing Simulator, I have played Power Washing Simulator on PC, non-VR version. And the one thing I like is that this has a little bit of a story to it, although, as you can see, really you're selecting levels after you finish the initial story part. Also, one thing that I should mention, because this might be very important for some people, because this is like a family-friendly, relaxing game, but I do have to warn people, and I don't know if this is going to be in the final version of the game. I would tell the developer there's nothing wrong with it, but he may want to, make it a DLC or something. In the early part of the game, when you're just learning the basics, there is a scene when you're washing these two... Well, you can pick one of 2 ladies. And you're washing them. And, it's nothing... It's a little bit risque, but really nothing too controversial. It's PG-13. But still, I know that some people might be offended by that, or might not be expecting that in this type of game. So beware of that. That is early in the game, basically from the tutorial. You're gonna wash two ladies off, and even me on my YouTube channel, I have to be careful when I show anything like that. Just because I know, lots of different people watch my videos. I know some people, I don't find it offensive. I know probably most of my viewers don't find it offensive, but some people might. So you always got to be cognizant of that, and you really don't want to, offend, a sizable portion of your audience. Even though I think most people wouldn't be offended, I think there's a sizable enough group of, not just my viewers, but people who might be interested in this game, who might be offended about something like that. So just be aware that that's in the game. And like I said, I would tell the developer, I think a lot of people would like that, but I think also a lot of people might be offended by that. So probably the best course of action is just to make it a DLC. So anybody who wants it can still download it, for free if they want, but not something that's part of the main game. So, because I'm sure some people would enjoy that. But I think a lot of people would just be looking for a power washing simulator type game, who's just looking for the relaxing game and don't want to wash off young ladies, and you know that's certainly understandable. So that's one critique I would have for the dev is not that I was offended, not that you know I didn't like the level, but I just don't think it's the best foot forward, especially early in the game, to present that, because some people are going to think, oh, what is this game? This is not what I thought it was, you know, because they're thinking they're just going to do power washing simulator, and of course that has nothing to do with washing off young ladies. That's a different type of game altogether. So you know there's like a mishmash of genres there, but it seems like the rest of the game doesn't have that. So again, it's an odd inclusion, but this is a very relaxing game. I've been enjoying it so far. In fact, I'm enjoying it more than Power Washing Simulator, which might seem a little bit controversial, but again, this is early impressions, a preview, really, not a real review. But I'm enjoying it. You know, the power of VR. I am playing seated, and I do wish there was a way to climb higher. Maybe there is, and I'm just not seeing it. But oh yeah, no, you know what? I'm wrong. No, I was wrong. You can climb. Well, no, yes, you can. Okay, never mind. Never mind my critique. You see, this is why it's a preview. You can climb up. But if I'm not teleporting on top of the object, though, there's really no way to do it. But maybe with some objects, your reach might be a problem. I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know that I can. Yeah, there's some places you can't teleport to. But yeah, I've so far been able to play seated. You can't change the nozzle. As you can see, there's different types of nozzles. This might be the best one. I don't know. Some of them, I think you just gotta be a little close. The one thing I would say is that Power Wash Simulator has like different soaps you can use, and they have different effects and whatnot. This one has different nozzles, which is great, but it doesn't have like different cleaning supplies, you know, with different powers. You know, I don't know if that makes it better or worse. You know, honestly, I really didn't like that from Power Wash Simulator, but I know some people may not like that this doesn't, or at least so far, early in the game doesn't have it. It might have it later on. Because as you saw by the shop, when early on I didn't have everything unlocked. So maybe different soaps and stuff is, different cleaning solutions is part of the game later on. But at least early on, it's not part of the game. You just have your different nozzles. And you can see they have different effects. This is probably the most secure one. And it has a couple of things. Learn nozzle angle start. Okay. And as you can tell, on the left wing it says 82%. So I know I have to work on stuff. So I really, and here you can have look at your wrist and you have more information. So all of this is very well made for VR. You know, you have all the information you want. It doesn't have an obtrusive HUD. But you can get the information real quick if you want to. So I really like the way the HUD, you know, the UI, the HUD is done in this game. You know, it's just intuitive. And as you can see, oh, there's stuff here. Now, can you actually crouch? I'm gonna wait. Well, if you know, I think this game needs a button crouch. So I was complaining about earlier about if you're playing seated, it's hard to reach high places, but you can teleport as long as you have a place to teleport to. But there's not a button crouch, which, you know, again, what I would like to see instead of the teleporting up on the objects. First of all, I would like to see a button crouch. So I think a button crouch would be very helpful. They could, you know, get under these objects and, you know, easily clean under the wing. It's just those little touches that, you know, makes this more immersive. And instead of teleporting up to objects, you know, to, like, let's say I want to reach that part, and I have to teleport up there, right? And that's how you clean it. Instead of doing it this way, which probably not the most immersive way to do it, is I would appreciate a ladder. So, you know, or getting on a bench, something like that, just to make it more immersive. And I think those little touches would make the game a lot more immersive and definitely give it a special feel over the, you know, the non-VR version. Because you can play the 2D version, the pancake version, but it's those little touches that really make the VR version magical. Besides the 3D visuals. And obviously, this is the one that's the most powerful. By the way, you do have full locomotion, teleportation as well, and then you have snap turning. Now, the snap turning, you can change the degree of turn. You can go, I think by default it's 45 degrees. I changed it to 90. But there is no smooth turn, so another critique I would have. Again, this game looks like it's gonna release in early access by my understanding. And I would say adding smooth turn would be a must. So I hope that's something the developer adds before the official release of this game. Like I said, I don't know when the official release will be. I just know it's coming soon. And I got a early copy to do a preview. So this is not like an official review or anything like that. I'm not going to score the game. But I'm definitely going to tell you about stuff that I noticed, that can be improved. And definitely the biggest thing is adding smooth turn, because I know that's a non-starter for a lot of people. For me, it's no big deal, but I know for some people it is a very big deal. So, and I definitely understand that. I definitely prefer smooth turning. I'm not going to lie there. I definitely prefer smooth turning. So I hope it gets added. But for me, it's not the biggest deal. There's other stuff I would change or add first. For me, the biggest thing is actually the music, believe it or not. Not that the music is bad, it's relaxing, but I always say this about especially games like this that are supposed to be relaxing and chill. I would like the ability to listen to my own music, or my own podcast, or whatever the case may be, but I like the ability to listen to my own music. Now, I know some of you are going to say, but you can do it, Fast Lawyer. You just play your own music. But here's the problem. Let me show the setup, I guess. So it is on high graphics. On my RTX 3080, I'm getting mostly 90 frames per second. I do have a drop frame or two. It does go down to 89 or 88, but for the most part, it's at a steady 90 frames per second. So performance is not an issue. But you see from the audio, there's global volume, Washgun volume, ambient volume. So, and even if I turn the ambient volume all the way down, it doesn't turn off the music. So, from my understanding, there's really no way to turn off the music other than turning down the global volume, which is not good. So, I like the ability, first of all, it needs to be clearer that that's music. I don't know if that affects anything else, but there should be a music volume slider by itself so you can turn down the music. Like I said, the music isn't bad, but obviously you want to listen to your own music. And it is, I am playing seated, so it can be a little difficult to clean in the undercarriage here. So I definitely like to see a way to control height. I would say button crouch, even the ability to go completely prone would be cool. And then, like I said, a ladder or bench or whatever to get higher, rather than just teleporting up. But, if worst comes to worst, just a way to adjust height. So you can go higher or lower, even if you're hovering and it doesn't seem natural. That would be a better system than what's currently in place. But obviously, my preferred way of doing it. And by the way, there is this. I don't know how this changes the output, but it is interesting that you can do it. So you can grab it like this. I better watch out. I don't want to get demonetized. But yeah. Or actually, what am I talking about? I'm not monetized at all, but you know what I mean. Google does the secret thing where they hide your search results if they don't like your channel for whatever reason. So yeah, I'm very paranoid about that. I think Google has done that to my channel, YouTube channel, because of some past content. Because I review a lot of indie VR games, and some of them, are a little on the racy, risque side. And in the past, I showed those, and I think my channel was secretly punished for that, because when I try to do search results for my channel, I rarely get my own channel. So I know Google doesn't like me. It doesn't like putting me in the search results. So, it's hard to grow the channel when YouTube does that to you. They hate my channel. They don't like showing it off. But, yeah, no, I'm liking this game. It's very relaxing. And like I said, comparing it to PowerWash Simulator, I'm definitely having more fun playing this. It's just super chill and relaxing. Let me put on back the music. So I'm going to put the music back on, because I was actually enjoying it. But like I said, I'd like the ability to listen to my own music. What happened here? You see how it went back on its... I'm just going to lower the volume a bit, though. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lower the volume. I think it was too loud. Okay, there. I think that's right. Okay, I think that's right. Okay. Just loud enough so you guys can hear, but not too loud. And like I said, the music is fine, but I really want the ability to listen to my own music, from within the game. Because obviously I know I can turn completely off and then just turn on the radio and hear it that way. But, it's not the same. Okay, so let's click. Okay, so this is an indicator. It shows you what can be cleaned. But obviously, like I said, be careful, because... Okay. Now where? Oh, more here. Okay. And obviously it can be a little difficult to tell where you need to clean. But it is super relaxing, and I really like how, if you can always tell visually, which I think there could be an improvement there. I don't know, with maybe a higher so you gotta do this. Why am I not getting 100%? Oh, there it is. Okay. So, you just gotta find the right angle sometimes. But like I said, being able to adjust your height would really help there, because getting some of the undercarriage can be very difficult. Okay, got to get this over here. But I do like how it's marked for you, so it's not too difficult. Because, like I said, the lighting isn't always the best. It can be pretty dark. Maybe a flashlight would be a good addition to this game. Oh! No way we 100%ed the plane. Did we 100% it? Well, I definitely liked it. Let me close it. Can we actually get on the plane and fly it? I thought the plane would turn on and stuff. Can we not do that? Oh, that's a shame. I really thought the plane would start, the propeller and whatnot, even if you can't fly it. Okay, that's a little disappointing. Like I said, when I played on the actual arcade machines did turn on after you cleaned them. So, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to the hall. Yes. So yeah, that's a super chill, relaxing game. Oh, there's another mode here. Oh, graffiti levels. Oh, you can create also. Well, I hate to do another plane, but I have to check out the graffiti mode. What is this? Okay, what's going on here? Ah, interesting. Okay, this is unexpected. Oh, this is a little different. Well, that's definitely cool. Honestly, I haven't played PowerWash Simulator enough to see all the different modes on there, so I don't know if something like this exists on PowerWash Simulator. I should have probably played it a little bit more so I can give y'all a better comparison. But I've only spent about, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 hours on PowerWash Simulator. And like I said, I didn't like it as much as other people do, but obviously I understand lots of people like that game, so I definitely don't want to put it down, especially when I haven't put a whole lot of hours into it. To me, it wasn't the most accurate game. I definitely didn't like the UI and the way the levels are done, because you just basically go from one level to the next. And there's just a whole lot of stuff, that you can buy. Like I said, it has different nozzles, different cleaning solutions, and all that. And I definitely didn't like how you could buy a soap where it makes it easier to clean. Like, I don't know, it seems like kind of like a little cheat code where you just have to grind to get those. Not a fan of that, but I understand some people like that. So definitely don't want to put it down. But here's what I can say: me as a VR veteran who enjoys VR, I'm a VR connoisseur, a lover of VR, and if I were to have a choice between Pancake or VR, 99 times out of 100, I'm going to pick the VR version just because it's more immersive. Not always the case. There's been a few games where I actually did not like the VR mode because, it was very lacking. It wasn't that immersive. And I say, well, how is this better than the 2D version? It's really not. But in this case, I can definitely say that this is better than PowerWash Simulator. If you're a fan of VR, at the very minimum, I can say that. Now, obviously, PowerWash Simulator VR hasn't been released. It'll be released as a Meta exclusive, and I don't know how that game is going to look. It may not look any better than this game, and it may not be better as gameplay-wise either. So I guess we're just going to have to see. Obviously, I'd be dumb to give an opinion on that since that game hasn't released and I haven't been able to play it. I don't know if I'm going to actually buy it. No, since I have this game, why would I buy that one? I don't know. But this seems like a pretty good substitute for me. The physics seems to be pretty good as far as washing off. I think some people might complain that it's maybe too easy. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if there's like a difficulty mode where it's even harder to take off the dirty parts, when you're washing it. Maybe too easy to clean. But I actually enjoy that, especially in VR, like I said, where you have difficulties getting to some of the under parts, like the undercarriage of the planes and whatnot. So it's not, you still have to wash the parts, but it's not so strict that, you just have to do multiple passes and stuff like that. It's I would say it's a little on the forgiving side, but I actually like it like that. It makes it more relaxing for me. So, I enjoy it. And I have played, like, mods for PowerWash Simulator in VR. Like, I know VR Chat had, like, a game mode like PowerWash Simulator included on that. And I can say this is, in my opinion, this is tons better than that. So, I mean, there's really no comparison. So, if you're wondering, if you played VR Chat and you said, but I played Power Simulator in VR Chat. And, again, it's free, so, it's hard to compare apples to oranges, since that's free. But if you're not taking price into account, I would say this is the better experience. When you consider that that's a free game, and I don't know how much this game is going to cost. Well, maybe that won't be the case. But overall, I would say this is definitely more fun. I think the one thing that a lot of people are going to want, and I don't know if this is going to be in the game or not, is online co-op multiplayer. Because I know some people are going to want to have their buddies on the cozy game like this, where they can watch stuff together, and just talk and have an activity going. Because I know that's what people do with the VR Chat version, is they play the PowerWash Simulator, but they have their buddies and they're just talking and not taking it too seriously, but just they have a little activity where they can just talk and have a little cozy game. And so I don't know if that's going to be included or be part of the early access, or maybe later on that comes into this game. But currently I don't see an online co-op mode, so beware if that's what you're looking for. I don't know that this has it. I do know that the VR Chat version has it, so and I don't know that if the VR Chat mode is going to be there forever, because they come pretty close to copyright issues. This is its own game, you know, it has this, obviously it has the same concept, but it's its own games, you know, own levels, you know, different enough gameplay. So, you know, even though it's, I guess what you consider a clone, it's its own thing. So there's no copyright issue here. Like, you can't copyright ideas. But the VR chat version, I don't know about that. It seems to be like pretty much the same game, honestly. And I'm gonna have to get up on here. I think that cleaned it up. Okay, where is it pointing? Oh, okay, there. Sorry, I wasn't seeing it. Oh, under the undercarriage parts again. So, like I said, I am enjoying this game. I would recommend it. Basically, at almost any price. I would imagine this would cost something like $30, maybe. But given the amount of content the developer has listed on their early access page, and obviously I haven't unlocked enough of the game to know if that's true, but it seems to be the case. I think I read 47 scenes, or maybe it was more than that. You know what? I'm starting to think it was more than that. But I would say that's plenty of content for early access. But, you know, was it 47 or was it more than 47? I'm doubting my memory now. So just so you guys know, I actually play live, and any information I give about the game is basically from playing it or from memory. So forgive my memory. There might be more than the levels I'm mentioning, but I know there was a lot. I know when I read the early access store page, I was like, wow, that's a lot of levels. That's a lot of scenes. So, but I do know there's 4 different game modes. That's what I do remember for sure. And then plenty of scenes. Let's just leave it at that. Plenty of scenes, especially for early access. Okay, finally. But you see, this is a very relaxing, pretty chill game. So if you're looking for a cozy game to play, this would be right up there in VR. Obviously, the visuals aren't the best, but I would say they're a whole lot better than anything on the Quest. But with the Quest 3 releasing soon, I guess we'll see how that goes. I don't know what the difference is going to be between the Quest 3 and this. But I would say right now in PC VR, this looks like a PC VR game. It doesn't look like a Quest game. So I think it has that going for it. Oh my god, I'm missing so many things. And what I like is, even though they have this little bot helping you, he's not annoying. He's not like talking over you or trying to make it more annoying for you. I don't know if there's a way to get rid of the bot, but okay, there we go. There's so much of the undercarriage that you really need to wash over carefully. Okay, there we go. Oh, got a teleport over there. Okay, let's see where. A little antenna? Really? Okay, maybe I should just be looking more closely at the plane. But honestly, it's hard for me to see. Like I said, the one thing that could really help is just a little bit better lighting. I don't know, maybe like a flashlight would even help. I did not see that. It was probably the undercarriage part. Yeah, it was. Obviously, it's the undercarriage part. Oh my god. Actually, when I get closer, I can see the dirty parts. But like I said, pretty chill game. There's no shame in using the help to find out what parts you need to clean. a little bit better. And obviously it must be the there it is. I can see where it's sturdy. There we go. Oh wow, this part I didn't see. Oh, it's probably the it's probably the undercarriage parts again. There we go, finally. All right. So we can do the van as well. Let's go back to the hall. Yes. And let's go look at the sale. Okay. So there's 2 game modes. We can do more levels, new car, swimming pool. Well, there's actually quite a bit of content here, actually. Just on the main story itself. And we haven't done the piano either. But like I said, one thing I liked is how the pieces come to life once you clean them. Unfortunately, the plane didn't. But you can see here, I like the environments as well. You know, it's a little bit more creative than PowerWash Simulator. You know, a little bit more silly, which I like. You know, it didn't take itself too seriously. And again, this is very early on in the game, very early impressions, you know. I played like maybe 20, 30 minutes before I started recording this video, so keep that in mind. Like I said, these are very... That's pretty cool. I gotta say, I like that little touch where when you're spraying on them, they made that noise. That's pretty cool. That is cool. No, that is nice. I like that. I like those little touches. You know, those little touches just make the game more interesting. You even clean the music sheets. It's just, again, silly. I like it. So I definitely like how this game's just a little bit more silly than PowerWash Simulator. And like I said, I don't want to come off like I'm bad-mouthing PowerWash Simulator, but you know, I'm just like a VR guy, so, and I've not played the VR version, so but I don't like that it's a MetaQuest exclusive. That, you know, definitely don't like that, so keep that in mind. Let's change the nozzle here. Yeah, but this is a very satisfying, very cozy game. You know, just a game that you can just relax. You know, you're not shooting zombies. You're not driving at breakneck speeds. You're not moving up and down your play space. You know, like in Beat Saber. You know, where you can get all tired. You know, this is just a cozy game where you can just sit back, relax. Like I said, I'm playing seated. Obviously, I would say maybe playing standing is the intended method, because I do seem to be a little bit too low to the ground, but so far it hasn't been an issue. Like I said, now I don't know if there's a way to turn off that robot, but he doesn't bother me. He's not doing anything too annoying. So far, so good as far as that goes. And let's change the nozzle. I don't know if it's the underparts here. I have to be careful with the like, it's the underparts that are hard to see, especially with no crouch button. So that's probably why you should play standing. It's just so you can crouch down and look around better. I'm playing seated, so it's not easy for me to look under these spaces. So that might be one reason to play standing. Oh, I think we got to go up. Oh yeah, we got to go up and clean this part here. There's more to clean. Okay, I don't see where do we clean. Let me change the nozzles. Oh, it still wants me to go up? Is there a spot I missed? Or is it just showing that because it's showing you a place you can teleport to? Well, I'm gonna have to cheat a little bit. I'm gonna have to use the code. Oh no, don't tell me that. I should have guessed. Okay, let's try the other side then. Nope, it wasn't this part. Oh, really? Wow. Oh, you know what? It might be this little part here. Maybe. There we go. But there's still more. Oh, this little sheet of paper over here. There we go. So this is the cool part. This is what I like. Yeah, I like this one. This is what I like. I was kind of like expecting the plane's propeller to go on, because like I said earlier, I had done the arcade level and all the arcade machines turn on once you clean them. So I was expecting that. So this has been my Let's Play early preview for PowerWash Adventure, not to be confused with PowerWash Simulator. And I would say PowerWash Simulator has some competition on their hands. Like I said, the VR version of that game is supposed to be coming out soon on the MetaQuest. But we have this for PC VR, and I would say it's a good substitute. I don't think we're going to be missing out much on PC VR because PowerWash Simulator is a MetaQuest exclusive. I think this game more than fills the void there. Now, there's been some other power washing simulators in VR, including, like I said, the VR chat version. But I would say this is definitely better than that. And so, like I said, this is not a review, but so far, very positive points. Overall, positive experience, I would say. And I'm enjoying this. And like I said, it's supposed to be released soon in early access on the Steam store. I don't know the price. So, there's no way I could do an honest review because, my reviews are based on the price of the product. But I would say, given the amount of content this has, I think this is going to be, again, as long as the devs aren't charging like $70 or some crazy price like that, I think this is something I would recommend. So anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play early preview for PowerWash Adventure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.